What the hell are French bets, and how can you actually use them to win at roulette? In this video, we'll break down exactly what these bets are, how they work, and show you a powerful strategy to turn them into real profit. Let's get into it. Welcome to Ninja Gamblers, where you can learn the best strategies for casino games like roulette, blackjack, and more. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay ahead of the game and maximize your chances of making big wins. Also, check out the link in the description for our Telegram channel and Instagram page, featuring exclusive content that never makes it to YouTube. Alright guys, today we're diving into how to use the French bets, those classic racetrack bets, to actually win at roulette. There are actually quite a few variations you can do with French bet strategies. Today I'll do a pretty standard one. Alternated, high coverage variation, with recovery on colours external bets. I'm currently playing on one of the casinos from our list. Remember, if you don't want to risk getting scammed, always play on a safe, legal site where payouts are guaranteed. The games aren't rigged, and strategies like this are actually allowed. You'll find a complete, up-to-date list of verified casinos by country linked right here on the screen, and also in the description and pinned comment below. So, firstly, what are these French bets? They're preset number combinations, specifically designed to cover large, strategic sections of the wheel. Instead of using the usual number grid, you place them on the racetrack layout, the one up here that looks round, which actually matches the real order of numbers on the wheel. That's what makes them super handy for smart, targeted betting. As you can see from this graph, there are three main types: Voisins du Zero, which covers the 17 numbers closest to the zero, Cylindre, which hits 12 numbers on the opposite side, and Orphelins, which include the remaining 8 numbers scattered around the wheel. As you probably guessed, they're called French bets because of their French names. So we can develop many interesting strategies with these bets. Think of them as a modular strategy that can have many tweaks. First of all, we can choose between low coverage, selecting only 1 out of the 3 French bets, or high coverage, 2 out of the 3. Then, you can select persistent, always betting on the same pattern, or alternating. Finally, the recovery. There are endless recovery systems available, including a special one called French recovery. Today, we're going to do high coverage, alternating, and with recovery on colours. If we play colours as a recovery, we can also choose to do reinforced, as in not only recover losses, but also making a profit when being on recovery rounds. You'll see it in action in a second. To start, I select my base unit, which in my case will be $1. Then, I place my bets on both tiers and Voisins. That's a total bet of $15 you see on the table. As you can see, these presets I've just loaded have automatically placed various straight and split bets, and in total, we're basically covered on the 17 numbers next to the 0 and the 12 numbers on the opposite side. Alright, lost that one. So, because I chose a recovery on colours, I bet the amount just lost, $15, on the opposite colour of what just came out. This time it's red, and I double the bet. Since I chose to do a reinforced recovery, as in, when we recover we want to make a profit and not just recoup the losses, I start already with a doubling, so I'll bet $30 on red. And got it, 27 red. I just hit $60, so I recovered the loss and made an extra $30 profit. Now we go back to the racetrack. This time I'm switching it up, betting on tiers and orphelins. Note that different French bets give different totals. Right now, the combo costs $11 instead of $15 like before, but I'm also covered less on the table. And it's a miss. No worries. Time to double up to $22. And since the last was black, I'm going red again. Won, so I pocket $44, making an $11 profit. Back to the racetrack. This time, I'll go with Orphelins and Voisins, just to keep switching things up. This combo totals $14. Okay, now I'm doubling with $30 on black. Lost, so I have to double once again, $60 on red. So every time I win, I switch French bets. Every time I lose, I bet double the amount just lost on the opposite colour. If I lose again, I keep doubling until I win. Like in this case, I just won $120, which means, since I'm using the reinforced variation, that I got a nice $60 profit. As usual, when we reinforce Martingale recoveries, our profit margin doubles at every doubling. Since these combos are made of splits, combination of two numbers, and straights, just one number only, you could win either $18 or $36. So, best case scenario, you win $36 with only an $11 bet, so $25 in profit. Worst case scenario, you win $18 and placed a $15 bet, so you only win $3. There is one interesting variation where, instead of having to go to play Martingale on red or black when you lose, lets you only recover exactly what you lost, by placing another French bets combo that has a high chance of winning and increasing it enough to recover the losses if you win. It's more conservative but pretty effective. Do you want us to play it? Let us know by writing "do the French recovery" in the comments. Also, if you've been watching our videos for a while, you already know, not all casinos are safe. Some are unlicensed, hidden in tax havens, or outright rigged. And when that happens, your money's gone for good. They might not pay out wins, disappear with your balance, or pull all kinds of shady tricks. That's why we've put together an updated list of safe, licensed, legal casinos by country, including sweepstakes options for US states where traditional ones aren't available. You'll find this list linked right here on the screen, and also in the description and pinned comment below. And quick tip, switching casinos now and then can help reset the algorithms. We never stick to the same platform for too long. Okay, so what do I think of this specific variation of the French bet strategy? Well, French bets are very strong blocking bets, because they cover a good amount of the wheel, especially the high coverage variation, where you use 2 out of the 3 available. If you want the highest coverage, instead of switching, just keep betting on Voisins and Thiers, so that you're always covered on 29 out of the 37 numbers. That's a 78.37% chance of winning. Now, in case you lose, you could do whatever you prefer to recover. Nothing, and hoping for better luck in the next rounds to recover for your loss, or the plethora of recovery methods we explain in this channel and in our playbook. Martingale, Fibonacci, Labouchere, Oscar's Grind, and so on. Or you could use the French recovery system that we can cover in a separate video if you'd like. Either way, there are many ways to implement these French bets into a nice modular roulette strategy. If you read our playbook that you can find linked below, you already know how to create these modular strategies effectively. Now, I'm not particularly keen on the red or black Martingale recovery we're using here, but hey, it was the most straightforward to start. We could do more complex ones in future videos. Okay, I'll keep playing for a bit and speed up the video. Alright guys, in about 9 minutes of play, I made a total profit of $118. That's an average of $786 an hour. Not too much compared to other methods we've seen in the past, and also considering that most of this profit was made in the reinforced doublings. Yeah, the downside of the French bets themselves, especially in a high coverage setup, is that the profit isn't much, because the chances of winning with that bet are high. But we had to start with a low starting bet because of the risky doublings with the Martingale in the recovery system. Honestly, I prefer to use a higher starting bet, make a higher profit with 78% winning chances, and using a less aggressive but more conservative recovery system, like Labouchere, Oscar's Grind, or the infamous French recovery. What do you think of this strategy? Let us know in the comments. We try to reply to everyone. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and join our Telegram for exclusive content that never makes it to YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you next time, ninjas.